These images are unforgettable. The storm devastated Fort Myers Beach.
But now, 1 year later, well, look, large piles of debris, they still stand. Some people left and never came back, while, as we speak, others are living in temporary housing. The mayor says that they are making progress, but they have a long way to go.
And just hours ago, the community held a remembrance ceremony for those killed in this storm. In the days that followed, a plaque bearing the names of 21 people who died, along with remnants of the Fort Myers Beach pier and images of 21 birds soaring in the sky, now stands at Bayside Park.
We also have an update tonight on the historic Venice Theatre.
Yeah, and built back in 1926, its back wall could not withstand the winds coming through. And of course, we saw this. And this is one of the first images that we saw after the sun came up and showing that the roof had been ripped off. There was damage from water, obviously wind, lighting, the furniture. You know,
but what wasn't lost was the resiliency to then restore this community staple back to its original glory.
Adure Achumba joins us live from Venice with that part of the story. Adure.
Theater leaders tell me that the demolition of this back wall area of the theater is set to begin any day now. They're hoping to keep the reconstruction timeline on track to have the building back up by the end of 2024. And so with this anniversary of Hurricane Ian, they're kicking up fundraising efforts to meet that goal.
That's what I brought. I brought a small gift. I wish it were bigger, but we need to rebuild this theater because it means so much to the community.
A 40-year-long volunteer at the Venice Theatre, Catherine Killinger had just seen a show on the main Jarvie stage days before Hurricane Ian.
Oh, I couldn't believe it. The whole back of the theater out. Just, the theater is gone. It just is heartbreaking, really, because it meant so much.
1 year after the storm, theater officials say they have completed the permitting, paperwork, and planning stages of rebuilding.
The demo is going to be take the ground to ground level for this side because the steel beams were twisted by the hurricane, so they have to be removed and new steel beams put in as we build back up.
The estimated cost for rebuilding and reconstruction is around $14 to $16 million, including insurance coverage. But they still need to raise an additional $8.4 million to cover those costs.
And today, in fact, is the day of giving, so we're asking everyone, just give today, because every dollar today up to $500,000 is matched.
Hopefully, it'll be built bigger and better than ever, and that all of the young people that are taking classes and so forth will be performing here one day.
But above all, we thank this community, the community of Venice, the greater Tampa Bay area, for helping to make sure this theater comes back.